So most of my videos involve a fair bit of talking and yabbering on about this or that. And that's great. It can be good to talk about some things. But to be honest, if you listen to enough of my stuff, the key thing that I'm trying to share most of the time is to use what I'm talking about to go deeper into your experience in this moment. Because it doesn't really matter if we have all these plans about, okay, later I'm going to sit and meditate, or tomorrow I'm going to do this, or at some point I'm going to have the right environment, the right circumstances where I can really commit to sitting and feeling my experience. Because this whole exploration that I share about is about what's coming up right now, regardless of your circumstances, regardless of the story that the mind is saying of, well, this is happening and that is happening, and because of that it's difficult to feel into this, and if it wasn't feeling like this, then I could meditate, or blah 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 blah. So what this video is it is actually a trap for your mind. So I've lured you here, and now what we're going to do is, for the rest of this video, we're going to put some attention into what is arising for you right now. So, maybe you were hoping to get some distraction, like via scrolling on YouTube, which is fine. I'm not judging you. Maybe you weren't. Maybe you were like, I'm going to go watch a video to help point me into my experience deeper. And if that's what you're looking for, then you're in the right place. But if you were looking for some distraction, then that's fine. Just watch till the end of this video and just see if you can stay with what is coming up. So that's what I want to do here. I want you to stop. Notice whatever thoughts are running through your head now. Are they saying, damn, I don't want to feel into the body right now. I'm feeling a bit restless. Is it saying, I've been doing too much leading into this moment, so now, the symptoms in the body are too intense. I'm having a bad day because of what I'm feeling. Just notice. There's nothing I'm asking you to specifically notice. I'm asking you to notice what is there. So let's do that. There's nothing wrong. But we just want to see, what is the mind saying? And what if we just start to drop a little bit of that? Okay, that's the story. That's fine. The mind is saying, what are my thoughts saying? I'm peaceful. Maybe we're having a good day. Maybe the thoughts are saying, wow, I'm feeling quite comfortable. I'm feeling uncomfortable. I'm feeling restless. I'm feeling whatever. I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling that. Okay, cool. That's what's going on in the mind, and that's good. There's no need to try to control the thoughts. There's no need to try to decide what's a good thought and what's a bad thought. That this means that I'm making progress, and this means that I'm regressing because I'm having this thought over that thought. Just see that that's all thought, and just see what is it like to take a neutral stance towards thought. So not to judge a thought by the nature of its content, but to realize what is equal amongst all thoughts. And that is that it's arising in your mind. It is not what is happening in the physical experience. It is what is kind of one step above that. It's like the interpretation. So then the next step that I want to explore with you is, well, what are all of these thoughts referencing? So now we start to put some attention in the physical body. And again, notice the bounce back out of this is it depends on obviously how much work we've done, right? If, you've done a lot of meditation, inquiry, deep feeling work, then this gets easier. At first, we're often so used to the thought realm that we don't even explore what's going on here, but it's always in your experience. It's often just we see the thoughts on top of it, and we don't go a step below that. So what that might look like is the thoughts might be saying that this is comfortable or uncomfortable, or I'm bored, or I'm feeling good, or I'm feeling bad. So then what we want to see is, well, what is that thought actually referencing? So if the thought is saying, I'm feeling uncomfortable, okay, that's fine. I'm feeling bored, I'm feeling restless, I'm feeling agitated, I'm feeling wired, I don't want to sit here. What is that experience actually? And see how we bounce back into the mind when we touch into it. So touch into the experience. Let's do this right now. And see that there's a thought that will often come up. You know, oh, this is uncomfortable, this is tension. I need to heal this, I need to get rid of this symptom, I need to whatever the vocabulary of the mind is. And all of that is okay. So then, keep attention in the body. And notice the thoughts, right? We're not trying to get rid of thoughts. We're just trying to see that a thought is not the sensation. A thought is not the physical experience. So the thought might say, oh, I can't do this. Every time I try to feel into the body, it makes no sense. I'm so bad at this. I don't like feeling into the body. Whenever I do this, it gets uncomfortable. And then you have a choice, right? And this takes practice, but the choice there is to believe that thought and stay up in the mind. So it's like, oh, okay, yeah, and no. Thinking, a whole story, our whole narrative, our whole problems, past, future. But what I'm trying to help you do here, and this is why it's helpful, I find pointing from other people so helpful, because it brings me back out of my mind into the physical experience. And it's like, that's fine, but just see that's not what we're interested in. It's not like we're fighting it, but when the mind does that and says, this is too uncomfortable, or I'm bad at this, I can't do this kind of practice, I need to practice more, whatever. Just see that that's the thoughts. Okay, that's the thoughts. What else is here? What else is in my experience? You can feel the body and just go there. And it can be uncomfortable, right? Often I notice when there's lots of thinking going on, it's because there's something that's labeled as uncomfortable. And if I don't stop to investigate it, then I just stay on the thought level, because it's like there's a, how do you say it? Like a assumed belief that, or an unconscious layer that I'm not seeing, right? That's saying, this is uncomfortable, so I'm going to be thinking. And I'm not even thinking that consciously, that's just what's happening. But then when I stop to investigate, I'm like, oh, wait, I'm thinking so much because this is uncomfortable. There's a hidden belief that what is in my experience right now is not something I want to feel into. So then for me, that is great, because that's where I know I need to look. I know then if there's something in my experience that I am subconsciously avoiding, well, I need to go and look at that with a fine-tooth comb and see in the experience itself, is there any truth to that claim that I can't feel this? So let's do that. Just keep on bringing your attention back to the body. And I don't know how this sounds, but the way I like to explore this is through like a letting go approach. So it kind of, there's a lot of good teachers that explain it this way. It's kind of, Frank Yang says this a lot, it's kind of like you're clenching a fist and of your mind or your body, and what if it would be to just release that fist? So you're still feeling into the physical experience, but you're not creating extra tension, right? You're letting go, and that might feel uncomfortable at first, but that's just the orientation here. So explore that, right? Again, if it doesn't make sense at first, that's because we've gone back into the mind. The mind may be like, oh, how do I let go of my experience while I'm feeling into it? Do I need to accept this, or do I need to release it? Just put that as the kind of overarching orientation. What is it to feel into my experience as close to the physical experience as possible? And touch into any space as closely as you can where it feels like you don't want to go. And what would it feel like if there wasn't even a reference point from which to experience that? So there's not me sitting here observing the physical sensations. There's the physical sensations. And again, we can play with that. We can dip our toes into that if it doesn't make sense at first. But it does, you can get to that experience, right? You can go deeper and deeper into the physical experience and use inquiries like this to be like, well, what if I couldn't hold any distance from this physical experience? And then notice when we bounce back and then come back to it. So what if you can just stay with whatever comes up? And something I like to drop in there is, what if there's no liking or disliking of my experience? What if there's no, yes, let's have more of that and less of that? What if there's no comfortable or uncomfortable? Just as an experiment, what would my physical experience be, or the entirety of my experience, if there was nothing that I was trying to push on? Maybe we're trying to push away the thoughts and we're creating kind of struggle there. What if the thoughts flow? The physical experience can be tense, it can be loose, it can be peaceful, it can be contracted, and I just explore it 100% with no agenda. And we keep doing this, it might get uncomfortable. And then notice if we go back into the head, into the thoughts. And then think, well, what if I just stay with it and stop referencing back to the mind, right? The mind will bounce back, but if we can just keep seeing it, we can keep coming back. What if there was no more reference point? Can I let go so deeply and just stay going deeper, even though I have no idea where I'm going, where nothing to orient to, know where I'm coming from, know where I'm going, just depth. That's kind of inquiry into the unknown. That's like this one-pointed inquiry where we're not referencing the mind. We just want to drive deeper into experience, and we don't know where that's taking us, and we just keep opening and keep coming back to that. And just keep referencing what's coming up. What if I just stay with it? This is getting boring. How much longer is this video going to go on for? What am I going to do later? I need to go cook. I need to go shower. I need to go rest. I need to go answer an email. That's not what's coming up right now. That's a thought about the past or the future. But what's underneath that? Why do I feel the need to distract myself? Why? Why am I bored? Why can't I just stay with this experience forever? What happens that makes me need to run away from something? Explore it yourself. Deeper into your experience. That's the only orientation here is depth. And the mind It doesn't matter if the mind knows what's getting deeper and what's not. That's just a thought. Come back to what is it like to drive deeper into experience with no kind of mental plan of where that's going to take me. And then relax if you feel like you're straining. That's the letting go. But so relax straining, relax expectation that, ooh, this is going to take me to awakening. Ooh, this is going to give me peace. Or, ooh, this is going to take me to discomfort, and this is going to bring up the uncomfortable stuff. I don't know where this is taking me. But can I go deeper? Or can I just stay in the physical and have a kind of orientation of inquiry, of depth? I want to feel more. I want to feel closer. And just be willing to let go of any thoughts of, let the inquiry take you deeper, and then let go. And then if we get lost, then go deeper with inquiry. And just keep on relaxing as well. And drop thoughts about time, right? How long have I been doing this? Okay, have I been doing this for long enough? Is this beneficial now? Okay, that's getting away from the physical experience. The reason I'm going up into why I'm thinking about time, there must be something here that's uncomfortable. Maybe it's in the head, maybe it's in the chest, maybe it's in the gut. Often for me, I would find that there were sensations in the head that I was avoiding when I would ask myself this a while back. That was really helpful to discover. Wait, I was not allowing that sensation to be there. There was just something that was saying that sensation is wrong. And until you inquire into it, you might not see that. So just keep doing it. You can do this at any moment throughout the day. Just drop attention into the body. And it's helpful to sit and do this with a meditation practice or something, because then we can have the chance to see a thought as a thought more clearly. Eventually you can carry this around with you throughout the day, but I still find it's more helpful if I'm doing it more through the day, right? If I dedicate half an hour to sit and feel what comes up, or 20 minutes, whatever your schedule allows, rather than say, oh no, I don't have half an hour, then do 20 minutes, then do 5 minutes, and then next time do 10 minutes or whatever. Then when I'm busy and I notice I'm getting up in too much in thoughts, I'm thinking about what's happened, what's going to happen, why my day is getting difficult, then it's like, what's coming up in the body? Can I sit with it? Can I release it? Because struggle feels for me like tensing up in the body, like contracting around something, like, oh no, things are going this way. So that's why I say this, just open to it and go deeper. So I'll let you off the hook there, because I as I said at the beginning, just stay here to the end of the video, and I think that's long enough. But keep doing this, right? I hope that was helpful. And I wanted to bring you into your experience right now, because we can be watching a video thinking like, oh, I need to learn more, I need to get the right technique. But no, you need to go into your experience right now at any moment, regardless of what the mind is saying about the experience. So the option is always there to go deeper. All right. All the best.